questions on the score from It Had Better Be Tonight. We've done some before, but we're continuing on. So here we are, 51. The question was, why is there an A2? So the A2 is discussing that both parts are playing the same. So trumpet 2 and 3 are both playing the same notes rather than harmony. If one part is resting, they will put a rest plus a note. And if, A2 it's a courtesy that they're doing there. That also appears at 118. It was Rob that asked me about it there. The second and third clarinets come together to play a note and then they separate again. And so that's what A2 is about. So two parts coming together and playing the same. So our next question is coming just after the key change at bar 77. Why does it say there's two players in the trumpet section, and who decides which two there are? So the arranger, Michael Brown, wants it to be fairly thin. He doesn't want 4 first trumpets and 8 second trumpets. He just wants one player doing on each part. So it's a first trumpet divided. You would traditionally keep your lead trumpet playing the solo who had started at the key change at 69, and I would normally have them stand. And then someone whose tone matches well, I would bring in at 77. Sometimes this decision's made with consultation to section leaders, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just the conductor says, oh, I think you should do it. And so that's what that's all about. So 2 players, because you'll see that there isn't much else going on in that section. So we're looking at bar 109 and a very long crescendo that goes across and over the page. The question was, does it get louder and then softer and then louder? No, it's just a continuation for 109, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, where it reaches forte, and then it has the forte piano for some people, and others have it going up. You'll see 3 bars before 117 on the page turn that the lines don't actually meet to a point, and so that's just telling us that it's going to continue. And so that's just building in that section, and it sounds pretty cool too. So now we're looking at bar 116 at the trumpet part, and it's got some divided sections where the lower notes are optional. If we had good enough players to do it, yes, you would put it in. It also says that they're to be played open. Now this is referring, if you flip back to bar 103, it says into stand. And so this is a way that we can mute the trumpets as they're actually asked to play into the stand to subdue their sound. Like when the French horn puts their hand in their bell, it gives them a warmer sound. And then as we want this crescendo from mezzo forte to forte at 116 to 117, they come to the side. So when we normally have trumpet players, I ask them to share a stand, and here's my music stand, you can't see it here. Oh, there's my music stand, okay? And I'd have them play to the side rather than into it or under it. Under it tends to drop their embouchure, and if they're looking straight onto it, they're very often blocked by, the sound is blocked by the music stand. So that's what open is with the trumpet, moving away from the stand or taking their mute out. Our next questions on bar 131. It's about the piccolo and tuba solo. If we don't have a piccolo playing, I actually leave it out and I just enjoy the descending passage from the tuba. You can ask a flute or a mallets player to double it, but it's not actually written on their music. Yeah, but even the tuba just going do 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 is really cool. That contrary motion is often used within band arranging with the very high and the very low instruments. So that's what that's about. Bar 141, and we're dropping down to look at the mallet section here. And we've got the bells part with some glorious glissandos going up and down. And this is going to sound a little bit like an alarm going off, going against one another. And it says gliss ad lib. And so it's up and down with two sticks going in opposite directions, adding excitement and a bit of fun. Something very visual to look at. 3 bars from the end, and our timpani has to get dampened. No, we don't get the spray bottle out and squirt them. It means once the drum has been hit, we're going to put a hand on to stop the sound, to stop it ringing. We talked last week about the curved lines that went on to let it sound. This is to stop it. So they have a marcato note, and they've got to then stop it straight away. So that's what they have. The other thing we need to just discuss is how to finish this song. It finishes on beat 1. So we're just going 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that was 1, wasn't it? And 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. And so just stop, and theoretically all the musicians should stop as well.